Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 90210 show. My name is Mark. With me as always is my girlfriend Carol. How are you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Happy United States Day. I don't know. What are we celebrating? What's the memorial? Like, I don't really get it.
Happy Decoration Day, everyone.
Right?
Do you really want to know the history of Memorial Day?
Because goodness, no.
I happen to know the history of Memorial Day.
I take it back. I'm sorry, no.
About 2 years after the Civil War ended, they one of the Grand Army of the Republic generals created a thing called Decoration Day, which was a national day where everyone would go and decorate the gravestones of the people that died during the Civil War to kind of, memorialize them, right? And eventually, one of the generals, I can't remember which one, but he proposed that it be May 30th because flowers would be in bloom all around the country.
Okay.
On May 30th, even in places like Michigan, like here where we are. And then that's how Memorial Day came to be. So it's to honor the dead.
From the Civil War.
Well, that's how it started, but it's expanded to honoring the dead of all wars.
Do they have to have died in the war?
Yes.
I don't think I know anybody who died in a war.
Fallen heroes.
So I have no one to memorialize.
Well, that's sad.
No, it's not. It's happy.
Oh, wait, that is happy, yeah. Because you don't know anyone that died.
I know lots of people that died. I don't know anyone who died in a war.
Yeah. Well, it is May 31st, 1996, everyone.
Happy Memorial Day.
And Dylan didn't die being carjacked.
Nope. He survived.
He wasn't killed. Although it does not... 90210 does this sometimes, and it's so annoying. We don't see the immediate aftermath of him getting carjacked. He gets carjacked at the end of the episode. The next episode begins with the girls talking about some sorority meeting or whatever, and then offhandedly Kelly's like, "Oh, poor Dylan, I break up with him on the same night he gets carjacked."
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay, so that happens, and now whatever.
Yeah, I would have been really interested to see how he reacted at the time and everything.
Yeah, but it's all off screen. We just get to hear about it. It's like the great piece of writing advice that everyone gives: tell, don't show.
Right.
But Carol, why don't you walk us through this episode of 90210?
Well,
Since you're such a big fan.
The girls are sitting around at the Peach Pit, acting like it's 1950.
Yeah.
Because they want to talk about who got pinned and who lost their virginity.
Well, it's their first sorority meeting, and they're preparing, and I think Donna or somebody says they usually talk about who got pinned or who lost their virginity. And I was thinking Andrea is right there, guys.
I wonder if she was being sarcastic.
I don't think so. She didn't sound like it. I think you know what I think it is? I think the writers of this show grew up in the 50s.
Right.
And, some of their vernacular gets snuck in.
But, I mean, come on. Like, pinned? Like, it's 1996, people. Like, get it together.
Are you wearing Johnny's varsity jacket?
Right?
Oh, my goodness.
But, Andrea could have contributed to that conversation.
Salacious.
Yeah.
She looks different.
She does not.
She's got some kind of weird sparkly earrings.
Yeah. Do you think she bought those because she lost her virginity? Or?
Yes, I think they're hymen busting earrings.
They just sprouted forth from her ears. My hymen has broken, right. And now I will sparkle.
That's right.
So her
she
and
really has changed.
Right. Her and her dude are not getting along so great, though.
No, yeah, let's do this one first.
I don't think that he's the daddy.
I don't either. I really don't.
It's going down the tubes quick here.
He doesn't want to be public with her because he says, she's like, well, what's the worst that can happen? And he's like, I don't know. And I don't want to find out.
Right. I mean, I can't blame him. He's in a position of authority over her.
Yeah, he is.
So it's kind of inappropriate.
Yeah, because he's got the chains and the whip. Oh, and also, yeah. That's true. Also, he's her teacher.
Well, she was supposed to find a different class, but he's also still her RA.
Yeah.
She'd have to move, too.
Yeah, and she's got that sweet little 1 bedroom or whatever.
Yeah.
All to herself.
Yeah. I wouldn't move.
Single occupancy.
But yeah, like he actually comes over at one point, like, I'm going to take you on a date. Mm-hmm. And then she doesn't want to go out either, though.
No, she's so... They flip-flop this entire episode. Where she's
it was
like,
annoying.
I want to be out, but I don't know.
Right.
I'm so nervous. Where do I go?
And even the way they resolved it was annoying to me.
Yeah, the whole thing's annoying.
Because
he's going to get fired next episode.
Right? Yeah, she just like takes him to what was this? The quad? The middle of the quad? I don't know what to call this.
I guess, yes.
And she's like, do you think this is the exact center of the room?
Well, because she talks to Steve. She talks to everybody about this. She talks to Steve and she talks to Brandon. And Brandon says something like, Steve, I think it's Steve. Steve says, I'm for doing the cannonball or whatever, just going right in.
Right.
And they're like naked. Best naked.
Everything's best naked with Steve.
Yeah, that's right.
Ew.
Like his aggression.
So, yeah, she just grabs him and kisses him in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so now we'll see what happens.
And it's the funniest thing in the world because she grabs him and kisses him in front of everybody. And when they stop, everyone's looking at them applauding. Just thunderous applause. You've seen teenagers making out before, at the mall or whatever. Is there a crowd gathered around them just cheering them on?
Hell no.
It was like, I expected them to start throwing dollar bills.
Right? If anything, there's security guards around telling them to knock it off.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know. I expected her to wake up. I thought maybe it was a dream.
That only happens in a TV show where everyone's like, yay!
They're kissing.
We know, we understand the emotional struggle you guys have been going through all week. And now the culmination of the resolution of that, we're applauding for. They don't fucking know.
Right. Yeah, that was really dumb. Like, the writers are pissing me off.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Then there's Brenda and Stewie.
No, don't. I don't want to do this one.
No?
Next.
Okay, well, what do you want to do next?
I want to save this one. Let's talk about Donna and David and Kelly.
Okay.
And Kelly's mom and Mel, Kelly's or whatever, Kelly's mom's piece of shit ex-husband.
And Aaron.
Ah!
And Aaron.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
That's right. And little Aaron.
Who's supposed to still be a baby, but looks like she can, like, cut her own meat at this point. I don't get it.
She's applying for jobs.
Right?
She just registered to vote. No, I guess it's been a couple of years in time, right? In TV time?
I guess.
Because keep in mind, we just keep plowing through these trying to catch up to modern day here. But there's been, I think definitely one off-season break. I don't think two since she's been born. But at least one. So she's getting older. It kind of makes sense.
I guess. But she looks way too big. She doesn't talk.
No, she doesn't.
That makes me think she's supposed to be about 18 months or younger even.
Right, but yeah, she's huge.
Yeah.
And not fat or anything. She's just a tall, big kid.
And everybody's carrying her like she can't walk. That child can walk. I'm sorry.
I saw that kid at the Olympics.
Where did you see him there?
She was gearing up for Atlanta.
Yeah.
She's going to do the floor exercise.
So Mel brought his frickin' girlfriend to pick up the baby.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think of the girlfriend, too?
She's fine. I mean, I'm sure she's just...
She's pretty odd.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why she's there.
That's why they cast her.
Yeah.
Make sure the how'd you like that casting job? Because she did. Did she have any lines?
I think she might have said, "Oh, aren't you cute?" or something like that to the baby.
So
maybe
she could get scale,
right?
But yeah, like so you're looking for looks.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing as a casting director then.
But yeah, I mean, she obviously wasn't important to the story. She's obviously not important to Mel, and it was just really stupid to bring her. Leave her in the car.
Just another blonde bimbo to have sex with.
But I mean, like, okay, the mom, what's her name again? Jackie?
Yeah, that's right.
She gets so angry, like, so angry.
Yeah, it's weird. She flies off the handle immediately. She comes in, and she's like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
She's like, starts screaming at him.
And he's like, "I didn't think you'd be here still."
It's like, "Yeah, well, I'm not here now." And then she, like, storms off or whatever.
It's ridiculous.
I understand her being upset. But it's huge. It's a huge reaction.
Yeah, I mean, just to, like, a person being there. I mean, come on, like, she didn't do anything. She's just there.
It's not like she pulled her breasts out and started trying to breastfeed this this toddler.
Right.
I'm your new mom now. Then I could see her reaction.
I mean, honestly, he's such a sleazebag. Like, if I were her, I'd feel better knowing there's at least, like, a woman around, because I wouldn't trust him to take care of a baby.
Yeah, well, like she said, we got to feed her, because I don't know what happens. She says, I don't know what goes in her mouth when she's at Mel's. That was a little odd wording there. Made me cringe a little bit.
I didn't like the things she was saying in front of her.
Well, everyone is talking about this relationship, the dissolution of this relationship, this divorce, in front of Aaron.
Yeah.
And it's no good.
No. Like, they're not thinking about her at all. None of them are at any point.
No.
Not really.
Even David and Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donna's the only one that eventually says, "Hey, maybe don't trash her fucking parents in front of her."
Right?
You idiots. She's the only one who has had parents that were close to being divorced.
Yeah.
Except for, they all have. No, I think about it, they've all had parents being close to being divorced. But I guess not when they were teenagers.
I don't think that even all these people that we're talking about right now.
Yeah, Kelly's parents are divorced. David's parents are divorced.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, and they're fighting because they're defending their parents, and that's stupid because, like Donna points out, it's not their fight; it's their parents' fight.
And that's eventually what gets them to calm down.
Yeah,
she's like, "Don't fight your parents' battles."
Good advice from Donna Martin.
Although I'm totally on Kelly's side because she keeps basically saying Mel's a piece of shit, and he is.
He is.
He is fucking vile.
He seemed so nice.
He did. He seemed like... how is this fucking dork orthodontist? I can't talk today. Too much Memorial Day celebrations.
Apparently.
But how does this dork orthodontist get all these good-looking women?
I don't know. He's rich.
How far does that go?
Apparently pretty far in Beverly Hills. Although, aren't they all rich in Beverly Hills?
You would think.
That's kind of the whole point of living in Beverly Hills.
It's funny because there was a famous poker player who he's bald, and this one other poker player got hair implants. He's like, "Oh, don't they look good? Aren't they like I'm gonna be more attractive or whatever?" And the poker player pulls out a wad of cash, like $10,000 or whatever, in a band, and he puts it on his head, on top of his bald spot, and he goes, "This makes me as handsome as anybody alive."
Oh my goodness.
So I guess maybe that's part of it.
I mean, it's something. And he seemed kind of smooth, like he has the lines.
And he's smooth in a robotic way. Cuz he comes everything about his delivery is very stilted. He'd be like, "Oh, I can help you with that crown if you come into the office." And I don't know, like I can't replicate his speech pattern, but when he was talking to Donna's mom, he's like, "It was my fault that they were drinking. I came here to apologize." And it's just he doesn't have a normal speech pattern. And I don't know if that's just this actor or if it's his choice playing this role or if he's just a robot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever.
Fuck you, Mel.
I mean, that's literally all that's going on with Donna and David this episode is Aaron.
Yeah, fighting and Aaron.
Yeah.
Kelly's got a little bit more going on.
Well, yeah, because Kelly is, dating John Sears, and people are talking about it.
Yeah.
Like,
kind of. I mean, have we seen them kiss yet, besides the one kiss they shared when she was cheating?
No, but like Steve said, everyone knows they're dating at the keg house.
Yeah.
So, like, John's running around saying it at least.
And they were eating together.
Yeah, in the quad.
Right. In front of everybody. Near the dead center of the room.
Right. So, yeah. Dylan saw them together. So that sucks.
She came over and was like, "Hey, you okay?" He's like, "What the fuck do you care?"
Right? I'd be pissed.
She was like, "I still want you in my life." He was like, "Yeah, my life sucks," and then leaves.
But then they end up, they're supposed to be going on a date.
Yes, because she's dating both of them, basically.
Yeah. Which is weird. I mean,
and the date they go on is what?
The gun range.
Yeah, he wants to shoot. He's interested in guns.
It was a really stupid idea.
That's where the Moving Targets is the name of this episode.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Dylan's all gun obsessed and he's, going to the shooting range and stuff. Oh, and he gets a call from the police that they found his car.
Yeah.
But they did not find his car.
No, they found a Honda Civic. And I thought that it had been taken to the chop shop and for some reason a Porsche engine got put in a Honda Civic. But what the cop says, and apparently this is the case, it was just a mix-up. But the cop acted like a fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah.
And Dylan got pissed and everything. And we're supposed to be on the cop side in this fight, I guess.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, I do, because Brandon's like, sorry, he's not himself. He's like, yeah, just, better keep him careful,
I don't know. In my experience, cops are...
and his name was Rodney King, I would have beat him with my nightstick.
Right. In my opinion, or experience, cops are just assholes, though.
ACAB.
What?
Oh, cops are bastards.
Well, okay,
So any cops that listen to us, we of course don't mean you. We mean all of the people you work with.
Right. Well, somebody stole my purse, and when I went to file a police report, they laughed at me.
Wow.
Because they're assholes, not because there was funny things in my purse.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thought that. Anyway, so yeah, he's at the shooting range. He wants guns. He's building a Waco style arsenal in his house.
Well,
he's trying.
He's trying, but he's not old enough.
You have to be 21. That's something that I knew. You have to be 21 to get a permit. So you have to be 21 to buy a gun in this country.
So he can go and practice shooting guns all he wants, but he can't actually have one. That's kind of weird. Like, why allow him to practice if they're not going to let him have a gun?
You know what else I think is funny? And I mean, I have thoughts about gun ownership and stuff like that. I'm not against the Second Amendment or anything. I have opinions about gun control. Sorry to get political, everybody. I know that this isn't the forum or whatever. But in defense of Second Amendment and everything, I think it's kind of funny that he's 18 years old, right? So, if there was a draft, or even if he just signed up, he could get drafted or sign up to the army, go over to Iraq or whatever, like 1990, and kill a bunch of people with a gun. But he can't come back and buy a pistol to protect himself.
Yeah.
It's a little ridiculous.
I wonder why.
I don't know. That's just one of the regulations. You have to be 21.
I mean, you have to be 21 to drink alcohol, too, but, like...
You can use guns if you're under 21. Like, teenagers and stuff go hunting all the time with their father's rifles and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
And stuff like that. And that's not... My microphone fell, everybody. And that's not... that's not illegal. But what they can't do is they can't purchase the gun. So he can't buy the gun himself.
Actually, I think he could have bought a rifle.
That's true. Yes, he could buy a rifle or a shotgun. You can't buy a handgun once you're 21.
Which, like, okay, because handguns are used to kill people and not hunt with. But then why do we ever sell them to pedestrians on the street? Like, shouldn't the only people...
For protection. Shouldn't
the only people who have guns that can kill people be, like, police officers and military people?
I'm still okay with handguns for personal protection. I'm not talking about, like, you know, give me a gun that's fully automatic. I can get off 45 rounds from a Desert Eagle or whatever. I don't know guns. And it's a type of gun.
I'm just imagining like 45 rounds
in a minute or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about those kind of guns, but a regular, you know, like wheel guns, single shots, 6-shooter, even 15 in a clip or whatever. You know what I mean? Even semi-automatic, which is one of the guns I think he was using in this episode, is a semi-automatic gun. But stuff like that, I'm fine with that for personal protection. You feel like, you know, I think it sucks if you live in an area where you feel like you need a gun to protect yourself. I feel bad because that sucks. But if you feel like you need a gun to protect yourself, buy a gun. I mean, I think that's okay. But like, yeah, more assault style weapons and stuff like that, I don't think are necessary.
I guess.
You know, for a bunch of rich kids in Beverly Hills, these guys sure do get held up a lot, don't they?
What do you mean?
What the fuck is going on? Well, okay, he got carjacked. Brenda had a gun pointed at her face when the fucking Peach Pit was getting robbed.
Yeah.
And then there was another situation, too, where they got robbed. Fucking Steve's car gets stolen by those two girls. Why is there so much crime in this heavily white, heavily rich neighborhood?
Well, okay. It's not just Beverly Hills, though. Like, I think they're also kind of, like, hang out in, like, L.A.
Oh, they're going to Compton.
I don't know about that. Well, they did go to Watts in one episode.
They're going to Riverside.
But, yeah, I mean, it's a big city. So there's going to be crime in a big city.
Yeah, that's true.
But
they're driving between Pasadena and frickin' Beverly Hills is what they're doing.
But yeah, so he takes Kelly to the gun range like this is going to be some great thing, and she doesn't like it.
Yeah, she says, I'm for gun control. And he's like, you want gun control? Use both hands. And it's like, yeah, it's a great line there, Dylan.
But, and he's a dick about it, too, because, like, when she doesn't want to shoot and she takes the headphones off, he just starts shooting and hurts her ears. Show you this. Yeah, and he hurts her ears. He's like,
got a scowl
dick.
on his face. And, yeah.
Like, he's pissed at her.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He wants to turn that gun on her.
Yeah. I don't know why he even took her out when he's this upset with her.
I don't know.
I mean, I get why he's upset with her, but then just be done.
So he goes to the gun store guy, and he's like, hey, I want a gun. I want this Walter PPK. It's James Bond's gun. Like it's funny too because a lot of the guns he was shooting are way more powerful. He's also doing the hold it to the side one hand thing, which I think is so funny.
He wants to be a badass.
But he's gets this Walter PPK. He wants to buy this, and the guy's like, oh, you know, he didn't tell me how young you were. You can't buy it. You're not 21. And he's like, are you kidding me? There's kids all over the street corners in Beverly Hills holding up people for Gucci loafers. He's like, 15-year-old kids with guns. He's like, yeah, I know, it sucks. He's like, can't legally sell you a gun. But after hours, I might be able to find some. And it's like, this is the guy. This is the reason why everyone has a gun.
Right.
It's because this fucking guy's selling them to underage kids.
It's awful.
So he's going to sell him a gun, and Dylan's going to get some guns.
And, you know, of course this is going to come back and bite us somehow.
Oh, David's going to fucking rip his asshole open. Because once David finds out, David's going to be like, my best friend shot himself with a gun, you fucker.
Right.
Therefore, all guns are dangerous.
But, I mean, like, we know they're all still alive at the end of the season, so at least we have that.
Right. Dylan doesn't blow his head off.
Maybe he'll accidentally kill some random person.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to turn one of their main characters into a murderer.
I don't know. Something will happen, though.
He's going to accidentally shoot a dog.
Aw.
Or just he's going to be shooting into the air or somewhere.
No.
And he's going to run up and like, just like with his dad. No! Fluffy. It's going to be that dog that Brenda adopted. That big sheep dog. Until their real owners came. The owners are going to be like, oh my God.
Right?
These kids.
Okay. I think we've covered everybody else. And now we can move to Brenda.
Have we covered everybody else?
Well, Brandon hasn't had anything happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yes, Brenda. Brenda, this is my favorite. This is my favorite of the stories.
Maybe I should let you tell it because you seem awfully excited.
No, go ahead.
Well,
I'm just gonna listen.
I don't know what you're so excited about. Like, she's dating Stewie.
Describe her dress.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
No, I mean, she does look really hot in the beginning of the episode. I get it.
I mean, I realized that I might have made you momentarily jealous.
Yeah, she walks on screen and he goes, damn.
I wasn't prepared. Brenda doesn't dress up that often.
I wasn't prepared.
Not in that kind of a dress.
Yeah, she looked very sexy.
But she's going out with Stuart. Come on. Call him Stewie. Let's give the man some credit here.
I'm with Brenda. I hate his name. He's like, are you getting used to my name yet?
Yeah, she's like, no. It's terrible. What if I call you Stewie? And he says, only my mom's called me that. And she's like, no good. What about stew? And he's like, yeah, it's a thick soup. And I think that's the Mrs. Doubtfire line.
Right.
And she says, well, it's meaty, hearty, filling. And I'm like, you're not describing his penis.
Oh, my God.
Brenda.
She doesn't know yet anyway.
Oh, but she will.
Yeah, that's fucked up, by the way. Like, how that plays out.
Fucked up or sideways? Or we didn't get to see.
But he is trying. Wasn't it that same day she's wearing that dress that I'm sure this is what has encouraged him? But he's trying when he dropped her off. He's like, invite me in. And she's like, no, my parents.
Yeah, I got some rapey vibes.
Yeah. And then he picked her up. He's like, I'll take you to my house.
Put me down, she says. And like eventually he's like, oh, your wish is my command.
Yeah, he's very pushy. I don't like how pushy he is.
And so the parents are there waiting for her.
This is so stupid, okay?
Last episode, Jim's all like, you're an adult now. I'm washing my hands of this. I'm going to bed. And now they're like, we need ground rules.
He's like, this is was it second or third time? She was home at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Why are you guys still awake at 3 a.m.?
Go to sleep.
What is wrong with you? And they were just sitting on the stairs. Like, come on. At least be sitting in front of the TV or reading a book.
Right.
They were sitting on the stairs staring at the door.
You guys could have had sex.
I mean, that's only in a TV show because, like, nobody's going to sit there and just fucking stare at the door.
Yeah. What were they talking about for the last, 3 hours?
Right.
Sitting next to each other on the stairs.
I mean, the only thing I can imagine...
That's why Jim's so pissed. Because he's like, I don't want to hear about Carol's rhododendrons anymore.
Right. But the only thing I can imagine is that... the thought left my brain and I have no idea.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It sucks. But yeah, so...
It would have been hilarious.
It would have been. But Brenda tells them, I'm sorry and it won't happen again and all this stuff. And I'm like, why are we reverting?
I don't know.
But they get invited to brunch with his rich-ass parents at their big house.
That's right. They have a big house with a big gate to keep Jason Voorhees out because... Somehow, this dude went from a professor to a I don't know what he is, some real estate mogul or something like that. But he got away from Jason. Jason's sure he killed him, but he didn't. You're just shaking your head at me.
You're so ridiculous. Listen, I love you, but you're ridiculous.
Have you rented Friday the 13th Part 8 Jason Takes Manhattan yet?
No. You know what we need to do?
One of the worst in the franchise. Rent it and see if his name is the same as his name in this show.
We need to rent them all.
Oh my God.
And watch them, for a weekend. That'll just be what we do.
All the Friday the 13th?
Yeah, because, I've not seen most of them.
Most of them are not good, but that's my favorite one though.
I know.
It's my favorite of the franchises.
So I should, immerse myself and really get in the lore and share that with you.
Crystal Lake. It's in New Jersey, I think.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think of lakes in New Jersey.
No. More like toxic sludge piles.
Right.
No offense, New Jersey. Got any New Jerseyites? New Jerseyans? New Jerseyites.
Who knows?
Jerseyites.
We're Michiganders. I mean, who would think of that? That's ridiculous. I hate it.
Like geese.
Right? Anyway.
Michiganians, though. Some people say Michiganians.
Well, they're wrong.
I agree, but some people fight that out. Be like, Michiganian, Michigander. Who gives a fuck?
But they actually have a butler or whatever.
Oh, they do, yeah, serving the meals.
Yeah, and like opening the car door and greeting them. And it's, weird.
They go to play. So, like, they have lunch and then they're allowed to leave and they go play pinball or whatever, right? Brenda and the dude.
I want to comment on something first, though. When her parents arrive, she's giving them shit for being late. And she's in a bathing suit and Stu's swimming. They're there for brunch.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
And, like,
They're not ready.
How is she that comfortable in their house? Like, I would not be comfortable walking around in a bathing suit at somebody's house.
It is weird, right?
Like, I wouldn't be comfortable at all in that house. It's too much.
Oh, yeah, it was very ritzy.
But,
even rich for Beverly Hills.
Right. But, okay, sorry. Go ahead now.
So they go play pinball, and it's highly sexualized somehow. Because they're thrusting their hips, trying not to tilt.
It seemed, honestly, like he was being pushy there, too, to me.
Yeah, I think he's just a pushy guy. I think he's going to keep pushing this relationship till it breaks.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they go upstairs and they fuck.
I mean, we have to assume that's what happened.
Oh, they absolutely fucked. I mean, it's really, like, it's more than implied.
Okay.
They don't come right out and say, you want everyone to have sex. Anytime two characters that are of the opposite sex are off screen, you're like, bet they're having sex. And now you're like, maybe not. Well, maybe they played Pictionary.
It just seemed weird and highly inappropriate. Her parents
it is highly inappropriate.
Are outside with his parents.
Yeah.
And, like, does he live there still? Is this his home he sleeps at?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's okay then. But, I mean, it's like, just go somewhere else.
Yeah, so they have sex. The whole time, like, every date that we've seen them on, he's talking about how his dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my dad calls me names and is no good and everything. And it's like, I don't know that I totally believe him. Because the dad comes in, the shower's running, and he's like, what? And Stewie's like, hey, I'm over 21. And he goes, she's not. And her parents are downstairs. You should have a little respect, dude.
Yeah.
And she comes out in a towel, and she's like, oh, and she's mortified.
Right.
And everything. And she goes back in to dress and stuff. And he says to his son, he's like, hey, next time, get her to use the pool house. I don't think her parents are as understanding as I am about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's all he says. Like, he's not a dick to this guy at all.
No. Next time, get her. What does it matter? The pool house, I'm assuming, is next to the pool. Like, wouldn't that be more obvious in this situation?
My guess is that the pool house is like its own house. Like the rich people, when they say pool house, it's like a little house. So it's got usually, like, I guess, like, one bedroom, a living area, a kitchen, a bathroom. So there's the parents might come in to the main house looking for their daughter. They're not going to think to look in the pool house. I think that's what his point was.
So I want to know what kind of dirty sex they were having that she needed to shower afterwards that badly.
Oh my gosh.
That you can't wait till you get home to clean up, Brenda? Come on.
They were using food, maybe?
I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
Maybe Stewie's got a lot in him or something.
Ew.
Well, you're the one that said dirty. You're the one that said dirty. What the fuck? Are you being stalked? What? Why are you so on edge?
I don't know, but you
Did
keep
a gypsy
scaring
woman
me.
tell you that you're going to be murdered tonight? I knocked over a thing and it made a noise, and all of a sudden, she's looking behind her like she expects Jason Voorhees to be in the door, saying, "Why did that guy get away from me?"
I thought somebody opened the door.
And it was Jason.
Yeah, apparently.
Holy shit.
So I don't like Stuart.
Stuart. That was your Scottish that came out there. I don't like Stuart.
Do you? Do you like him?
No, not really.
No,
He's
I want him to go away.
Brandon's like, what's the catch with this dude? He's good looking and rich and really rich, and he's got money, he says. and Brenda says, nothing. And she goes, not a single man that I've ever known, including Dylan McKay, has ever, I don't know how to put it, wooed me this way. And he's like, he gives good woo? She's like, yeah. He might as well have said, he's pitching woo? Going back to the 50s thing. Oh, wow. That's a furrowed brow from you.
I don't know.
You don't know that one? So pitching woo is that's what they used to call it. They pitch woo. So it's like, it's singing, basically. It's to your, the person you want to try to impress or whatever. So, anyway. He's like, well, if that's the case, does she have a twin sister? He's had some great lines.
What are they doing to Brandon? They've got to stop.
Brandon's on the back burner or something like that. I don't know.
But like, don't fill him with corny lines just because he's a shell of his former character.
Right. But yeah, so I think the other shoe's gonna drop. He's lying about his dad or something. He witnessed his dad defeat Jason Voorhees. He's hiding it.
I don't know. Like, what do you think she means by woo anyway?
Just he's a smooth talker. He's good at.
Is he?
He's good at. Well, according to her.
But I mean, like, I don't think he's really that smooth.
No, he's bitching about his dad every date. It's not exactly panty peeler material.
Right.
He's like, and my dad says that I'm this way.
Maybe she likes it when he picks her up and tries to carry her off.
Yeah, she's got a type. Rich.
Right.
Rich with daddy issues.
There you go.
Maybe his dad will get blown up in a car, and then Jason Voorhees will nod and smile.
And just be like, yay, he's got money now too. Nothing happened with Steve. I just thought about that.
Steve, Keg House, cram session. Oh, stuff did happen with Brandon, sort of.
What? I don't remember.
Brandon is in some class with Steve, and their professor's like, if you read the book, you read this chapter or whatever, you should be sure that you won't dip below the Mendoza line, which is C. And Brandon's this big sports dude. And he's like, what's the Mendoza line? And Steve doesn't know either, and no one knows what the fucking Mendoza line is. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. He said that he went and tried to look it up, and he couldn't get any hits on it. That's what he said.
What the fuck? Well, where did he look it up?
I don't know, an encyclopedia maybe? I
Fucking
don't know.
card catalog at the library? Mendoza.
But then later, he finally figures it out. Names for Mario Mendoza. Lifetime 200 hitter, which is wrong. He's a lifetime 215 hitter. But the Mendoza line is 200. So if you're a baseball player that bats below the Mendoza line, then you're batting below 200. You're like 190, 180 or whatever. And you suck, because that's a terrible batting average. But still a better baseball player than 99.9% of the human beings on Earth. Because you made it to the major leagues.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. Any people out there who are batting below the Mendoza line listening to us. Anyway, so he impresses this professor because they both like sports. And he wants him to tutor the new junior college, like, hot young basketball star because he needs to get good grades. So that's where he's going.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And then he gets into a baseball game at the end.
Basketball game.
Basketball game at the end. I do know the difference between baseball and basketball, I swear.
Dude's a basketball player.
They're like, hey, if you can make this shot, then I'll actually let you tutor me.
And he makes a shot, and then he's like, we're playing 2-on-2.
Yeah.
So like, immediately, he's like, oh, you can make a shot? We're going 2-on-2. So what was going to happen? He was either going to miss the shot, and he's like, man, you can't tutor me now. Or he made the shot, and he was like, now we got to play.
Right. He just wanted to play.
He won either way.
Yeah.
So he's got to study, though. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him.
I don't think so.
I do. I think he'll be in another episode or two.
Okay, you don't think he's going to end up in the desert with all of Brandon's girls? No. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. But yeah, that's it. That's the episode. That's what happened. That's what happened on this episode of 90210. Moving Targets.
That's it.
Season 3 or 4, episode whatever.
No idea.
I don't know what it is. Like
I think it's season 4.
Season 4, episode 8 or 9 or something like that.
Really? Could we possibly be that far in?
Oh, we're that far in, baby.
Wow. Doesn't feel like it.
I don't like when I say I'm that far in and you're like, it doesn't feel like it.
On that note.
All right, we will see you next week. Tell everybody the stuff. Do your thing. Stop playing with that toy and do your thing.
Write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com. Check out our website, retrolatefee.com.
Do it.
And tell your friends.
And rent, tell your friends to rent Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
Sure.
And check out this professor. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.